Welcome to the Windy City Bender Podcast with your hosts, Nolly, Poetzy,
Jarom, and Tanner.
What is going on, guys? Episode 79, right?
78.
78 of the Windy City Bender Podcast, presented by us.
Because we are the greatest.
What's the episode going to be called?
It's
Nolly, what is it?
The scary stats.
Scary stats.
Scary stats.
Happy Halloween.
Because every stat that the Hawks have is scary right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
We're not at full strength today. A little bit better than the last episode when it was just me, which was fucking painful.
It was good. I liked it. It was good. It was a good listen. You could tell that you hated it.
I started and stopped it probably like 5 times because I was just like, no, don't like that.
Not only that, but you're also recording a video of yourself. You're basically doing just a vlog the whole time.
Yeah, it was fucking brutal. But so today I'm joined by Tanner. What's going on, bud?
What's up? How's it going? Fucking happy to be doing this again. Not too happy with what's going on in the NHL, but we'll talk about that.
And also the one, the only Brian Nolly Nolan. What's up, bud?
How's it going? What's up?
Yeah.
You just copying me, bro?
No.
All right. So
No, I didn't.
All right.
So October's coming to an end, which means the first month of the NHL season has come to an end.
Literally, today it ends.
Yes.
And
Happy Halloween.
Let's kick this off with some
Fucking snowing outside.
Yeah, what the
Boo!
fuck?
Scared you.
So we're gonna kick this off with some why this is called scary stats. Saw some Hawks talk.
Ah!
Oh.
I was holding that one. I haven't done it in a while. It's more like a ah!
Nolly, this is like your first episode in October.
What?
This is the first episode you've done in October.
Hey, how about it? Thanks for having me, guys.
I just realized that. That's like, yeah, you have been holding that in for a minute.
I've been holding it, yeah. I've been walking around my house.
You made a brief appearance in the earlier October episode, but it was just because we did the Dylan Playfair interview beforehand.
And the Bowl League one too.
Oh yeah.
Because we recorded that one early. So yeah, he's been in there. But yeah, so a lot going on with the Hawks. Good, very little. That's just very little.
There's some bright spots.
There are some bright spots.
There's definitely bright spurts.
Well, one's bright spot we found out yesterday. Kirby Doc is going to be sticking around for the entire season.
Yeah.
So
He's staying in the big club.
It will be burdened the first year of his entry level deal. How do you guys feel about that?
I'm fine with it. I was talking with you guys on over text the other day after the game, and I was just like, fuck this team. Fucking send Doc back down. He doesn't need this losing mentality bullshit. But I was also kind of drunk, and then I was like, I like watching him, and I think it'll be good for him to be up in the show instead of going back down and just playing with like children.
Yeah, I texted literally the next day. They said that they were gonna have him stay up, and I was like, "So, Tanner, I know you kind of hate this, but I'm kind of happy about it." And you're like, "No, I was drunk. I'm fine." No, I think it's good. I mean, so here's the thing: he's either gonna go back to junior, where he completely dominated last year, and he's got his 6 games in this year. I mean, he's just going to go back. Like, he obviously knows what he has to do to make the NHL. So, I mean, it would have been nice to have him there and, pretending to be, like, a professional. But, I mean, look, where this team's at right now, he's a bright spot. Like we said, there's not many. And, I mean, just listen to how he holds himself and how he does interviews and how he's seen what he has to do to become a consistent NHLer. I think it's great that he is up. And if he has a okay couple of years to start out the year, and then we get him on a killer deal after his contract's done, and then he just tears it up after that, I'm not too upset about that either.
I mean, if he starts tearing it up right away, I'm completely fine with that too.
Either way, whatever.
It's not too bad that he gets to like learn from Kane. Whoa. Kane and Taves, who like both were like brought up to the show like early on in their years too. Like 18 and 19. So
not only that, but he's living with Seabrook. So I mean,
ultimate veteran
obviously,
on the team.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, like he's noted captain for a long time. Well, since Sharpie left, right? Yeah.
Yes.
So I mean, he's a leader. He's got kids, and I was reading some articles today. He's pretty happy to have Doc there because the kids use him as a jungle gym, and Seabrook can finally relax. So maybe he can get some of that rest and actually cut the lineup.
Oh, get that real rest.
Yeah, rest
I
on
love
rest.
Seabrook. I love Seabrook so much.
But hey, you know what?
We'll talk
to
about
be
that.
fair, Taze is making 10.5, and they have the same amount of goals and assists right now.
That's true.
So
yeah, but I don't know.
And Taze is a -5.
Yeah, but that's it.
-5.
-5.
Okay.
So I feel like also like as Kirby's like season's gone on though too, he's been looking better and better, and there's been points like last couple of games that he's been the bright spot on this team.
Yeah, he's the one that's like driving the play. He's like running the offense basically. When he's out there, he's noticeable, and he's pushing that offense into the offensive zone and making plays happen. And some things that he said, you could tell that like people keep asking him like, what do you need to work on? Like what's one thing you notice? He's like, I need to be stronger. Like he's like playing against I'm not playing against like 17, 18-year-olds. These are men who are going to be embarrassed if I beat them to a puck. They're not going to let that happen.
He's like 6'4" and like 200.
He's 190.
He needs to be like 210, 215 at least.
Exactly. And if he can gain that 20 pounds, he's going to be dominant. People are not going to be able to knock him off the puck.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. Like he knows how to use his body. He showed it when he was in juniors. Like he just get in front of the net and fuck.
Not only that, some of the games that he's played so far with the Hawks, you could see and not only that, he uses that fucking stick, like, man.
Yeah.
He's so good with that.
He looks very patient too, and like he's not like rushed, which is nice.
Exactly. He's
like,
just he seems like a very calm, ready to go guy.
Just talking about stick real quick. How many rolls of tape does he use like per day between his stick
on that shaft
and on the shaft, and then on his fucking socks?
Oh my God,
dude!
That probably not as much as Keith uses on his ankles.
Yeah.
Fuck, have you seen how much he puts on those things?
Yeah, every time I see him like with like his handle is like fucking halfway down the stick.
It's unreal. I don't get it. It's like every year, like more guys are starting to go further down their stick. It's just gonna be like fully taped now.
Well, he doesn't have a sponsorship deal yet, so he's like,
he's gotta cover it up.
No free ads, baby. No free ads. It slowly turns into a candy cane, and then it slowly just goes all the way up.
Yeah, he gets signed by Bauer, and then it's like no stick tape at all anymore.
So now that there's kind of Kirby Doc sticking, there's a little bit of a youth movement kind of happen right now.
Oh yeah, there is.
Gilbert got called back up.
Oh shit! Sorry.
What?
Oh God, yeah. Gilbert got called up.
Yeah, Gilbert.
He's played pretty well. He's throwing the body around a lot.
He's fucking hammering people.
Yeah.
There was somebody. I think it was the Nashville game, right in front of Nashville bench. He just blew somebody up right at the blue line. It was awesome.
I don't remember who that was.
And then so we got him, but now we wonder how much ice time he's going to see because Adam Boquist.
Yes, he is.
It's in the NHL. Scores his first goal on Wednesday night on the power play. Gets the call the next day to come on up.
They're like, I've seen enough.
Yeah.
He did it. He's ready.
What if that's what they were doing? They were just waiting for him to score his first goal in the NHL, and then they're like,
Stan's just sitting at the dinner table. He's just like, come on. Stan, go to bed. No, he needs to fucking score a goal. He's just sitting there. Come on, baby. Come on. He scores the goal. He calls him immediately. His phone's ringing in the stall in the locker room. Get the fuck. Grab your bag. You're getting the fuck out of Rockford.
That was a nice little goal too, a little power play goal.
Yeah, it was a snipe.
He was just like, "Oh, I'll take this wide open ice right here." Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Well, what's that? The side of the slot's wide open. Okay.
Do you guys have any concern about him coming up since he's more of an offensive player? And right now, the Hawks are giving up like the most. I don't know the exact like.
They literally cannot give up more chances than what they're already giving up. So
that's the thing. Like,
create more offense, please.
What could go wrong? Honestly, like, I mean, he's offensively, he's ready. It's just the defensive part, like you said. But I mean, the only way he's gonna get ready is throwing him in there, throwing him in the mix, and getting him prepared and showing him what it's going to be like.
Yeah. I feel like he needs definitely somebody, maybe like Calvin DeHaan or someone on his line that can or maybe even Slater Cuckoo, just because of like his size. Because if somebody dumps the puck into the defensive corner and Boquist is going after it with like a third line guy like Matt Martin or somebody, I would be like, don't even go in there.
Yeah.
No fucking way. Like, you are going to be way too valuable to be fucking around with that shit.
That's when that's when Keith shows him how to do it.
Yeah. Wish we had Jalmerson. You just fucking show everybody that you just fucking one hand poke that shit everywhere.
Oh yeah. I wish the Hawks had Jarmelson and DeHaan still though. That'd be unreal. I would freak out. Yeah, it'd be so awesome.
That penalty kill would be insane.
Oh. So speaking of which, it isn't.
No, nothing is.
It isn't.
Nothing's good.
So you guys, you think he's here to stay, or do you think this is kind of like a nice little test?
I think it's a test, especially with Seabrook he's been getting scratched. I think it's just kind of him sliding in the lineup, just seeing what everything's like, especially with Murphy hurt.
I think, with Murphy hurt and then like they're not playing too well, I think it's just like trying to show a little bright side to like Hawks fans, like be like, we got him. He's playing now. Like, you want to come check that out because he's gonna be pretty fucking good. Like,
not only that, like we said, it literally can't get any worse right now.
Right.
Do you take this as kind of like them throwing out the white flag already, or do you think that they think that this could be a move that can just get this team jump started? Having these young guys.
I don't know how you feel, Tanner, but I don't think it's throwing in the white flag. I feel like I mean, if I'm a guy like Brent Seabrook, we don't know if he's going to get scratched again. But if they call Boquist up and Seabrook gets scratched again, the next time he's in the lineup, he's going to have the best game of the past couple seasons. You know that. Yeah. So I think if anything, it's a motivation for Boquist to show him could be him. He could be up already playing in the show. And some of the veterans on the team, like, look at this kid. He's fucking nasty. He could be in your spot.
Yeah.
Like, you prove yourself.
Yeah, it's like they're bringing him up because it's a time where like they're not doing well, so it's like, you know what, give him a shot. And then if he fucking kills it right off the bat and shows how hungry he is, like,
they look like a genius for calling him up.
Exactly. And then every other player is on the hot seat and he's fucking sitting there chilling, playing well. Like, that would be great. Like,
yeah,
you don't want to be shown up by like a 19-year-old kid
who's
baby.
Who would you have him like play for in that game? Like, as assuming, who
would you sit?
Yeah,
assuming Gustafson.
That's the guy I couldn't think of. I was like,
listed
out the defenseman.
If it's what you want to replace, like if that's the type of player he is, that's the type of player he's replacing. Like, you don't need to have Gustafson and Boquist out there at some point on accident, and then just be like, "Where's the defense in front of the
net?" There's 8 defensemen on this roster now.
Yeah, I know.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. And very minimum. I wouldn't even say half of them. Well, maybe half are capable of playing in the NHL right now.
Mata's not looking great.
I like DeHaan.
I like DeHaan a lot.
He's the guy that doesn't show up on the stat sheet, but when you actually watch the game, you're like, yep. Good move. Good play.
Which is probably
and ever since he got put with Keith and he's covering for Keith has looked a lot better.
Yeah.
But it's because he has that Jarmelson, DeHaan type stay-at-home guy to protect his ass every time he fucking makes a stupid play.
Or shoots it off of somebody's shin pads.
Yeah. oh my God. Like, I can't.
Can you?
No, I can't.
Okay.
Like, I want to, because he did so much for the Hawks. I just want to.
No,
he loses every fucking board battle. And any race to the puck, and there's a guy barreling down on him, he's leaning against the board, throwing a stick in there. I can't. He turns the puck over more than anybody else on the fucking team. And people still think he's the greatest defenseman to ever walk the earth. I can't.
He's been great before. And not so much at the moment, but everybody is still like, he's the best one ever. And it's
I don't get it. I mean,
it's time to move
on. If the argument was he was so great, and they weren't so hell-bent on saying he's still great, it'd be a completely different story. But the fact that he's still so hell-bent on the fact that he's a top defenseman when he is clearly not.
No. And everybody's like, oh, he's looked a lot better now that he doesn't have to cover for Gus. I'm like, no, he looks a lot better because Dehan's been covering his ass. Like, him and Gus both look terrible because neither of them were covering for each other.
Yeah.
Like, and now you see Gus is just not looking great, which is very upsetting.
Yeah,
because he's not even producing offensively. Like that, if he was actually putting up points.
I mean, we need either trade value out of him, or it just makes it even easier to like be like, all right, well, you can sign for cheaper then if you want to stay here, or go find somewhere else, because like we're not gonna pay you like how you played last year, because that's just a one-off year.
Yeah.
Right.
You got to show that you do it consistently.
That's the thing that sucks. I mean, I think going into the season, everybody was worried about how well he'd be playing, he'd be trade bait, but nobody was worried about like, well, what if he sucks and we sign him for like another $1 contract? Yeah. I don't even want him for that. Like, so it's tough.
I mean, you could strike gold again maybe next year though. Like, and he just like right out the gate 3 hat tricks,
back-to-back 5 assist nights.
Yeah. That'd be pretty sweet.
One more player I want to bring up about, since we're talking about the youth movement here. William Nylander Alex Nylander.
Alex Nylander.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can talk about Willie. I'm fine.
Yeah,
we
can talk about Willie. Alex Nylander. So he started up a little up and down, got health bombed. What was it, game 2 or game 3? And then he's been consistently in the lineup, and I mean, I feel he's been doing all right.
I don't know how I feel. I really don't.
He's actually like the last couple times I've seen him, besides the dog shit game that everybody had on Tuesday, like you can tell like he's moving. Like he's playing better on that third line, and he's actually back checking and like looking pretty good out there.
The last 2 or 3 games before the Nashville game, he was one of the better offensive players, I thought. That one assist that he had the other day, he was going down and like on his backside, he just threw it back, and he threw it to David Camp.
Yeah.
And Camp just put it in an empty net. Like that was nasty.
That was the one against that was against LA.
Yeah. So I mean,
DeBrincat and Strome finally got back together and put up 3 points.
Honestly, throwing him with Carpenter.
Yeah.
Them two with Carpenter. I thought that was a great move. Carpenter's been a solid third line center.
Did he
score playing his role?
Did he score in that Canes game too?
No, nobody scored in the Canes game. Or Kings or Canes?
Kings.
Oh, Kings. No, I don't think so. It was just 2 by Strome, 1 by DeBrincat.
I forgot what game it was that he scored in.
No, there's 5.
Was there?
He was struggling, and then he scored, and then it was just like a light bulb went off for him, and he just fucking started tearing it up. What game was
Carpenter?
That? No,
Kajula scored as well.
Kajula, yeah, I knew it was a top line.
Yeah.
So I mean, and I just don't know, and I'm still worried about that trade because you can't judge trades right away. No. And it's bothering me because I want.
Well, guess what? I will, and I like it.
I don't know. I don't know if I do. Still, I'm still on the fence. Yogi Hary's been playing top 4 pairing minutes up in Buffalo, and they've been looking good, and he's been looking good. He hasn't had a goal yet, but he's putting up assists.
Neither is Dylan Sakura.
Well, that's a forward.
Okay, well,
2 different positions, bud. Let's go.
Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know.
I just love to bring that up every time I get a chance.
He's getting 5.5.
He's doing it. He'll get the half.
He's gonna do it.
I don't know. It's just like they kind of said about Nylander, but he's getting better where it's the skills there. It's just the effort kind of thing. But you can tell he's progressively getting better about that. Somebody I do like a lot though, Kubalik.
Yes,
he has been awesome.
Like, let's just talk about these trades that we just made and came into the season with, because Kubalik we got for a 5th rounder.
Yeah, 5th rounder to LA. He fucking shoots the puck anytime he can. He had 10 shots on goal in, I forget what game it was, but he had 10 shots on goal the other day, and it's like he just fucking rips the puck wherever he wants. It's awesome. I love it.
He's our Ovi.
Yeah, fucking set him up on the power play.
Yeah, he needs to get more power play time for sure.
All I know is These lines are driving me crazy though.
Oh,
too.
yeah.
The jumbling of them is killing me.
Every single period, it's different, and then later in the game, every 5 minutes, it's different, and you're just like, what the fuck is going on?
You texted us during the Nashville game, and you're like, I've never seen somebody jumble up the lines more than Carlton and Q, and it's like, that's why I feel like that's why Q didn't like young guys, because he jumbled the lines up so much they couldn't get any chemistry, and now all we have is young guys pretty much, and. Actually, honestly, our young guys are the best guys on the team right now.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I don't know. I just can't.
I just need. I need some like consistency. Like it's
Can we
insane.
So here, let's talk about one more of the good. Oh shit. One more of the good before we start going on venting on the ugly and the bad here.
Okay.
Robin Lehner.
When did we start talking about good?
Well, no, there's also one more good. Brandon Perlini got traded.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we got a nice little defensive prospect in return who played with Boqvist in London last year.
Right-handed D.
Yeah, he's playing in London this year, and he's
big boy too.
Yeah, he's at a point per game, so that's not too fucking shabby
for London.
Yeah. So there's that. But yes, Robin Lehner is a fucking god, and like the only reason the Hawks are in any of these games that he plays in is because of him. Like he's 2-2-2, and like if that's like, sorry to say, if that's Crawford, like that's probably a completely different record with
100%.
So maybe no wins.
Yeah.
I mean, he probably still wins LA, but
yeah, the sick battle of the Quick versus Crawford. Everybody loves to see that.
the early 2010s battle. That's what it is. That'd be sick.
Yeah, he's been fucking unreal. It's so weird because I forget who I was listening to the Hawks podcast, and they're
this one.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we were talking about it. No, I forget. I don't know what it's called. It's just like I don't know, but it's like with Chris Cook and Adam Burrish and all them, and they were over at the beginning of the year when they were in Europe. They were talking about Leonard, and they were talking about to the goalie coach was Jimmy Waite, and they're like, how's Leonard look? Like, what do you think about him? And he's like, I've never seen a goalie like this before. And they're like, what do you mean? He's like, he doesn't have a style. He picks whatever style he wants and just does that to make the save. Like he'll go from butterfly to like just a stand-up goalie to stack the pads. Like he does whatever he wants. And I'm like, if you can pull that off, that's unreal. Like that, you're going to be a good goalie. If you know how to work that, you're going to be good. And he's showing that.
So much size too. He's so big.
And his pads are nasty. So that's just a confidence boost in its own.
I got super excited when we signed him, especially from like the season that he had.
I wasn't sure if he'd be able to bring it over just because I know the Islanders team, their defense was unreal, and Barry Trotz is such a defensive-minded coach. Yeah. But even with a shit D in front of him, he's still doing what he can do.
Yeah, like it's ever since like that story came out about like his depression, alcoholism, and like how he was able to get rehab.
And he left Buffalo.
Yeah, and he left Buffalo. But yeah, and then like Barry Trotz and like the Islanders organization was like, we'll do whatever you need to like help you, and then like got him back on track, and he looked like fucking like an unbelievable goalie, like how he was like projected to be. And then I don't know, they fucked up, and the Hawks are like, here's $5 million for a year, and he's like, oh, cool. Yeah, I'm like, fuck it, out of nowhere.
Yeah. So I mean, the way he's playing, I hate to say it, but I mean, do you even sign Crawford after this?
No.
Maybe to like as a backup for like $2 million?
No.
Not even.
No, I honestly think
that's when you let Delia come out.
That's what I say. I think if you can get Lehner to re-sign, you go up with Delia or one of the younger guys in the system to come up and back up.
Yeah.
I think
like
it's
Lankinen, depending on who's doing better.
Lankinen, yeah, that's what I was trying to think of.
Yeah. I honestly think that this was set up to be like a tryout essentially, and just to see if we can move on past Crawford.
Well,
and I think
I texted it to you guys. I don't know if it was a tryout where they were like, yeah, we'll give you 1 year, or was Leonard like, yeah, I'll give you guys 1 year. It's a tryout for you guys. Like, we'll see how good this defense can actually hold up.
That's the thing. Yeah.
Because if he keeps these numbers up and this team stays out of the playoffs and
He's gonna want
continues
money.
this, he's gonna get paid by anybody. 100%. He's gonna get paid big time.
That's the other thing, though, too. Like currently, we're paying $11 million in 2 goalies. If let's say we go on and try and sign Lehner, toss him like $9 million, maybe he signs. I don't know. And then you got like Delia or Lankinen as a backup, and like that's not looking too shabby. Like I wouldn't mind that.
Leonard's what, 29?
He's 28.
28. So he'll be 29 next year for us.
Nice
Oh man!
6-year deal.
So you can still. I still don't think you could pay goalies. I don't agree with giving them long terms though.
Goalies can be better if like long into older age than like fucking players.
Yeah, but that's only sometimes.
That's what
Jonathan Quick.
Jonathan Quick.
Well, yeah, Jonathan Quick. It's because he's been trying to hold that team up for fucking a decade.
And what would Liner be doing if he signs long term here?
He's gonna get a lot of really good young players
that he has to hold up until they're ready to compete,
and then he's out of the league.
Yeah.
See, when they're ready to compete, they won't need a good goalie. They'll have Robin Lehner, who's gonna be like good enough.
I don't know.
So you guys
know how I feel about paying goalies.
So you're saying that it doesn't matter who the goalie is.
Is that what you just said?
Is that what you just said?
I know what you're talking about. Lehner's a great goalie.
Oh,
and
God.
That's on recording, by the way. Hey, you hit record to start this, right?
Yes,
no, it's
I
not
did.
recording. We haven't recorded at all.
And don't say that because I just looked very nervous.
Going to bed.
It's 7:35. I'm going to bed. I must be tired. I don't know.
So
eat some candy Halloween, bruh.
We finally proved the arguments.
No, we didn't.
Let's fucking go.
We
turned you.
Sick.
We turned you.
Lehner is going to be.
Nobody's not saying that.
I know.
So, going back to the lines, though.
Yes. Which ones? What day?
What minute?
Wait, what
all the way back,
game?
all the way back to either game 2 or game 3, like a minute and a half of that game.
Oh, okay. So when Kajula was on the 4th line, and then he moved up to the 1st.
Yeah, because they dropped Kane down from Taves, and they had DeBrincat, Strome, and Kane together, and they scored one of the highlight reel goals of the year. Yeah. And then Colleton's like, nah, that's not working. Let's change it back up. Kane, you're back with Taves because that never works.
I don't like the way that.
I don't understand. If you're having trouble finding chemistry, you have it. You literally have it. That line is going to be nasty. I understand. Carpenter's, they had a great game. Carpenter looks great with them, but Kane has not looked like himself this year. And after they scored that goal, all 3 of them were like, oh, fuck. They were so fired up. Like that's your line. Like that is the line that you ride until they die. Like I don't get why he hasn't done that. And then you back it up with you throw Saad back with Kupalik and Camp.
Yeah.
That line was awesome. So I don't know. Like there's 2 lines right there.
Yeah.
And you could have fucking Taves, Kajula, and throw Nylander up there.
Yeah.
I'm trying to pull up that tweet.
Or you can put Doc somewhere too, like on that first line.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you could fucking throw Doc, Taves, and Kajula could be a good line. Or you throw fucking Shaw. I don't know. You have 2 lines you can build around it, and
I feel like he's trying way too much to have chemistry clicking on 4 lines rather than focusing on like a good line or a good 2 lines. And
look at Boston. They have 1 fucking line that has unreal chemistry, that's all they fucking need.
Yeah,
you have guys like DeBrincat, Taves, and Kane, and you mix in like Nylander when he's hot, Strome, Shaw when he wants to mix it up. Like this. Yeah. We all said it was a playoff team. This is a winning lineup on the offense. Like these guys can fucking play.
Here's that tweet that from I think Poet sent it on Sunday about the Kane DeBrincat Strome combo.
The time on ice they have together.
Yeah, so through 9 games. So this is prior to the game against the Kings.
Who's the tweet from, by the way? Just
Laz.
Okay.
Yeah, through 9 games they played 2 minutes and 25 seconds together at 5-on-5. And he goes, scoring is overrated anyway. And then
because they scored.
Because it was nasty.
And they scored 1 goal in that time anyways.
Stupid.
And I don't even feel like they were on a line together. I think Kane was just like, no, fuck this. They're out here. I'm just taking a long shift because I want to. It's so frustrating.
Yeah.
I don't understand. And honestly, like, do you always put Taze and Kane together in like desperate times when they really needed something, and it worked?
Yeah.
When they were on a line together, like just strictly on a line together, I feel like it never really was that great. And it's just and it's not working. It's really not, because neither of them look.
It's fine for that like need a goal moment, and you
which is the only time that in the entire team has looked good so far, is the last like 5 minutes when they're desperate. They actually can have fucking pressure inside the offensive zone, and that's
when they're actually trying to take chances and start playing like conservatively and still just giving up shit. Yeah, I was gonna say like it's like I was gonna say it's like it's Colleton's basically just playing NHL 20 at home, and like if you guys have played it recently in the franchise mode, you choose the lines, and then it has like you add it as overall based on their chemistry, and the chemistry based off of like the coach's chemistry, and he's just like, well, let me see if I could do this, and he's like, it works in the game, it'll work in real life.
Our power play should be nasty.
I don't think I've ever changed lines that many times in an NHL game.
I've never changed lines. I don't know. It's just frustrating. Their power play's dog shit.
Power play's dog shit. The penalty kill's dog shit.
The goaltending is half good.
Yeah. So that brings up my question for you guys that I've been kind of trying to figure out, though. Where does this blame on this start fall? Is it the players just not playing to the level that they should be? Is it the inexperience from Colleton, from not really knowing what to do with an NHL team? Or does it go all the way up to Bowman for this is the team he puts together that clearly it doesn't seem to be gelling the way that he envisioned?
So I don't think it's like, I don't know, it's on everybody kind of, but at the same time, like I feel like it's more on Colleton than anybody.
Yeah.
Just because, like we said, like we've seen a line that can score. Like that's your top, arguably your three best players in your offense.
We literally saw it for the entire last half of the season last year.
Exactly.
You have pretty much the same lines there.
Exactly. And I don't know. It's just it doesn't. These guys don't seem like they want to be out there. And if they feel that way, it's got to be some sort of coaching thing where he's not getting into their heads, or they don't trust him, or they just don't like the way he does things, or something like that. Can I
play devil's advocate too here real quick? Because this is a Bowman's first coach. Is he essentially just a Muppet, and Bowman is telling him what to do with all this kind of stuff, and that isn't going over well?
I mean, yeah, Bowman brought this guy in, and this was their guy, and he kind of tanked so that they could fire Q and all that kind of stuff. You could say all that, but at the end of the day, he's got a winning lineup. We've all said it. Like I said before, we all said that this is a playoff team. He brought in Leonard. He brought in Dehan and Mata. He covered his ground on everything that they needed. Their defense still is trash, but he did the best that he could with what was out there, bringing in a guy like Dehan and Mata.
Like, was it getting rid of Anisimov and like not having Pirlini full time, and like getting rid of what was the one the German kid that we sent to Pittsburgh?
Cahoon.
Cahoon. Like, is it those, like getting rid of those three guys and bringing in like what seems like better players like Zach Smith and Ryan Carpenter,
who also
a third overall pick, and Kirby Doc coming in.
Andrew Shaw.
You have Shaw, and like David Kampf is playing unreal right now.
He's been good.
He's been so good. He's been one of the top players on the team. Like, no joke. Like we've been saying, that
consistently
side and Kampf line, fucking nasty. When they went and played Edmonton and they shut down the fucking Connor McDavid line, they looked fucking good.
Yeah,
and
that was good.
And then he's gonna swap players off of that, like take people off that line. I'm just like, why? Like, that's your shutdown line. That's your 2010s fucking David Bolin fucking line right there. Like,
exactly. 2013, that Frolik Kruger Bolin line. Like that's what it felt like. And there was one game, I can't remember what it was. It was Kubalik had 2 goals, and Carlton moved him all the way up to the top line with Taves and Kane. And I'm like, why are you moving him off that line when that line is completely feeling it? You can tell that line is generating everything. They were feeling it that game. You don't break that up. I don't care.
It's not
who
just
you're
one
moving
player.
that line to. Exactly. I don't care who you're moving that line to. They were feeling it. They gel together well. Kubalik, like I said, he rips the fucking puck. Saad just mans everybody off the puck, and Camp will do whatever the fuck you want him to do because he's just that kind of a guy.
Yeah, that was the Sharks, the home opener against the Sharks, and the second they made that line change, we were up. I think 4-1, and
it fell apart,
killed everything.
Yeah, so it's like, I mean, those are the kind of things that it's like maybe it's Carlton.
Yeah, these line changes. Well, it's the thing that we talk about like every fucking game is these line changes. What is the deal? Like, why is it so consistent? Why is it like something's working? Let's make it work better and then change it. If something's not working, let's fucking change it. Let's change it. Let's change it. Let's change it. It's like fucking get some goddamn consistency for once.
You can be the best player in the world, and changing your line mates that much is going to throw you off your game. You need to build chemistry on your own. It's not a forced thing. There's some where it's just natural, where you don't even have to build it. It just happens. But like it's just like Stroman to Brinket. That's just that's a natural thing.
They wouldn't have to say shit to each other. They know where the other person's at when they're on the ice.
And then you throw Kane in there, and it's just more of a natural thing because they all just think alike. But it's just you can't force chemistry. It's just something that happens or is a natural thing. And just jumbling up the lines, just throwing people off of their games. I mean, look at Taves. He keeps getting new wingers, and he hasn't looked very good at all this year.
Yeah, he hasn't gotten anything. He got the assist and the goal in one game, and it was and the goal was an overtime goal that went off his knee.
Yeah, because Kane ripped it and it just hit off the goalie and went off of him.
Yeah, Taves did hit off the fucking post last game too, though. So
and I feel like he's been taking a lot of penalties. He hasn't seemed like himself where he's getting like that frustrated taking penalties kind of mode. Back in 2013 when Seabrook, back when Seabrook went into the box was like, hey, calm down. That's the Taves that you're seeing right now.
We saw that with Kane. Kane was fucking so pissed in Nashville that he got teed up.
Yeah,
you can see him I think you can almost hear it. He's just like, "What the fuck?" And the ref's like, "That's two more."
Kane, Taves, and Keith all have 8 minutes in penalties.
That's especially for Kane. That's unlike of it.
Yeah.
That's unlike him.
It's rough stuff. Not liking it. So yeah.
So
I think it's on Carlton for the most part right now because the players are just getting tossed all around. It's so fucked up.
It sucks. I feel for him too because it's he was brought in to be the coach in waiting, and I feel like he got thrown into this position way too fucking quick, and I
feel like it's kind of a hard job to do too when there's guys on the team that. I mean, he was an NHL player, but he wasn't an established NHL player. These guys
he played 50 games
exactly. So it's
he grew
some
up
of these guys. I know some of these guys are why do I have to listen to you? You're around the same age as me. I've done more than you have. What do you know about the game that I don't? Which a lot of coaches the best coaches in the world weren't great hockey players, but they've been around. They've coached for a long time. Like you said, he got tossed in really early. He probably wasn't expecting it. And then
they needed a Dennis Savard in between him. I think between
he gets tossed in right after Q.
Yeah.
Q's a fucking Hall of Fame coach.
Yeah.
No matter what, he was going to be ripped on.
Yeah.
No matter who it was, and it just happened to be Carlton.
That's why, they should have gotten a Dennis Savard to take that spot.
It's it's like the Joker after Heath Ledger. No matter what Joker it was going to be dog shit. But now it happened. So the next Joker is going to be great, and Joaquin was great.
Yeah, absolutely. That movie's unreal.
Perfect comparison right there.
That was really good. It's really good, bud. You like movies. I like it.
Yeah. Which one of you said perfect comparison? I appreciate it. It was
me. So before we wrap up Pod Talk, anything else you guys want to say about it?
I'm still in. I still believe. I'm not fucking giving up on this fucking team.
Hey, some teams just have a fucking rough start, and
it's October.
The Hawks had a rough start last year, and they pulled their heads out of their asses in December. This time they don't have to go through a coaching change, hopefully, and they can just fucking kick their fucking shit in gear.
Does Siebes get traded?
Probably not. I say he probably ends up coming back, and like we said, he's going to come back on fire.
When I think it was Poetzy sent the text that Boquist got called up, I was like, oh, fuck, Sieb's on the move. And I was like, fuck, this is it. And then it was just like, no, he just got called up. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. I'm stoked.
I was looking at cap friendly too. That's what why I brought this up before we switched. I was looking at a buyout for Siebes.
Yeah.
Assuming it's if you bought him out right now, so it still has this year's contract. It would be 8 years at $708,333 per year.
That's it.
That's
that
it.
Doesn't seem right.
That's
That
what
doesn't
cap
seem right
friendly
at all.
said.
Isn't it usually
That's
double
what
the
cap-
term but half of the money?
Yeah, so he would have 4 years left. So, well, maybe not as including next year. So
So
it'd
that
be
makes
8.
eight.
Yeah.
Are you sure it wasn't what? I don't.
But he's
that
making
doesn't make sense.
6.75. It should be like around like three.
3.
Yeah.
I also did it on my phone at work during the fucking meeting, so.
Well,
Huh.
maybe you should be paying attention to the meeting.
Maybe you should be paying attention to the meeting.
Fucking got him.
Yeah, double got him.
Yeah, let's
I don't
look
know.
this up. Nolly, talk about something.
Buyout contract.
The thing is, though, like you buy him out, it's just I'd rather have them. I don't know if I'd rather have him traded and retain, because if you buy him out, like we said, that's probably around $3 million for 8 years. That's too long to be having that long of a fucking buyout. I would rather retain for the next 4 years, around maybe even that same amount, and just move him, and then you at least get assets back for him also.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
but you're not going to get anything back. Like,
But
yeah,
at
what-
least it's something. You get a pick or
I said
a
like
prospect,
you'd have to
like-
trade. You would be like one of those things where you have to trade shitty contract for shitty contract, and I was like, Seabrook for Bobby Ryan, boom, right there. Like,
and you don't. You do that, you're not retaining,
no, you
because
don't.
they're actually losing, or they're gaining cap space because he's about $1 million cheaper.
Yeah. And
All right, hopefully you're
he's
looking at this,
also
Tanner.
his money is real world dollars cheaper too, which is Ottawa's favorite fucking thing. is
Yeah.
when their real world money is less than their actual cap.
What's that? You have a veteran with a really high cap hit that you don't want anymore, but only have to pay him $1 million a year. Yeah, give me him.
Bobby Ryan's fucking his cap, like his salary is exactly what his cap hit is.
Yeah,
It's
he didn't get like any
7.25.
signing bonuses. Yeah,
Nope.
and
Exactly.
he just got health bombed.
Yeah.
So
Are you looking at it, Tanner?
What was that? No, I've gave up.
Well, because I'm looking at it again, and
Okay, I don't know
I'm-
where to find out the buyout thing.
all right, we can talk about it later.
Well, yeah, no. What do you like? Do you have it up?
I'm on
Just, like,
cap friendly, so I should just do a screen share.
Oh, buyout current contract. I found it.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense to me because this is buyout cost.
No, his cap hit. I don't know.
Because there's this buyout cost and then the cap hit and the savings. So I mean the saving, it's not worth buying them out.
Robin Leonard's saving.
Yeah.
He does
I
the
don't
savings.
know. All right, well forget about that. Let's go.
It's my
through,
money and I need it now.
So yeah. So
No,
let's move-
no free ads.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Sorry. Oops.
All right. Any more Hawk talk?
No, I'm
No.
in. I'm still in.
All right. No.
Yeah, I think they have plenty of time to pull their heads out of their ass. and get it together.
Something's gonna happen. Kane's gonna go off, and
There's going to be a fucking
Turn this team
Bortuzzo
around.
moment. There's going to be a Bortuzzo moment for the Blackhawks where they might get into a fight in their own fucking like practice.
Except nobody in our team fights.
Yeah, or so you know what? They'll probably like stop trading Pokemon cards or something to each other, and then they'll like I don't know.
Nylander's just gonna dance around Kane, and Kane's be like, "No, not happening again."
It's gonna be a fucking hands
Puts
battle.
up six goals the next game. Fuck off, Alex.
He's
gonna skate by the bench and be like, "Hey, Alex, Willie's better."
Oh god, show up your own fucking team,
Yeah,
and then
All right.
gonna go
and then
out there
Nylander's gonna go off. Yeah,
fucking- yeah.
and he's gonna be like, "Hey, I want 6'9" also, like my brother."
Yeah, it's
All right.
well-
That's my last Hawks talk.
All right. NHL talk. It's been a lot of
Everybody else is
surprises.
doing good,
Yeah, been a lot of surprises though too.
Except for
this
LA.
year.
except for Minnesota.
Ooh, yes. Suck it, Minnie. Suck it,
What?
Bruce.
What is a good surprise for you guys from around the NHL this year so
Well,
far?
Pote sent his in. Why don't you go with his first?
So that
Yeah.
So okay. So you want to do the team of the month shit first?
Sure.
Why not?
All
Why
right. So
not?
we'll pull this up. So we're talking about doing team of the month, player of the month. We'll start with team of the month. Let me get to the right chat here. Potes sent for the team of the month. He is taking Edmonton. Huge start from a team that everyone thought would suck ass.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Makes sense.
They're 9-4-1.
Makes
they
sense.
They won last night, but I think before that they lost like 4 in a row. And
I was gonna say they
Draisaitl, McDavid have over 50% of their scoring.
Yeah,
so
but
it's together
classic Edmonton.
Yeah, and combined they play about 50 minutes a game. So it's just not sustainable. I'm not joking. They each play about 25 minutes a game. Like, it's just not sustainable. It's not going to stay. Like, it's not going to keep up.
They're 5-1 at home, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
Not so bad.
Well, I mean, when you got those fans, you got to perform.
Yeah, they'll tear you apart.
Yeah.
Was it Mikko Koskinen?
Yeah.
I said it right?
Yeah.
It's like oh, I normally like am fine with hearing names correctly. I wasn't like surprised, and then you got so like joyous. It was amazing.
He is a pretty fucking decent 5-1 this year.
Yeah, but he got shelled last game.
Did
Yeah, he got fucking smoked. That's not going to keep up too.
Yeah, and then Mike Smith's going to be a head case at some point.
He's been all right. But, I mean, it's just that goaltending's not great. It's not sustainable. I hope they make the playoffs and I look like an asshole, but whatever.
Yeah.
Also, I hope they make the playoffs because McJesus in the playoffs plus Draisaitl, I would love to see it.
Not if the Hawks are in the playoffs, though.
Yeah, well,
if the Hawks are in the playoffs, then no one else can be in the playoffs.
Nobody else can make it. Nobody.
Easiest path.
Nolly, who's your team of the month?
I am going to go with my boy Yoki Haru's team.
Buffalo baby.
Sabres.
That's what I was going to do.
9-2-2, 20 points in 13 games. 5-0-1 at home. Second in the Atlantic behind Boston. Tied in points, but Boston has a game in hand on them right now. They're looking good. I mean, Carter Hutton's been solid for him. Their defense has been good. They have a lot of good D up there.
My boy Jack Eichel's killing it.
He's having a good year. He's having a good year so far.
He's got 17 points right now.
Yeah, I know. He's feeling it for sure. I mean, that team's it's good. Connor Sheary's been having Connor Sheary, right? Yeah, he came from Pittsburgh.
Rasmus Dahlin, he's got
Dahlin's been sick.
He's the first like 20 and under. He's 19. He's like 20 and under defenseman to score 10 points in the first 10 games or something like that. And like since like Lidstrom or something, like insane. Like it's been so long. Like,
I mean, there's a reason that he was a first overall pick. And I mean, Ristolainen, even though he said beginning of the year that he didn't want to play there and he wasn't going to play there, he's actually playing.
No, he said at the beginning of the year I'll be playing hockey somewhere.
Oh yeah. So I mean, I think honestly that new coach, I heard interviews with like Eichel and stuff like that, and like before the season started, he took a bunch of them out to lunch or like breakfast, just met up with a bunch of the guys and just like had conversations with them, and like the last thing they talked about was hockey. It was just insightful things. He's just a very insightful person, very motivating person. Just
Whitney was a big guy for him. Like when he got hired, he was just going on about how great this guy is.
He's just one of those guys that walks in the room and he's just always smiling and just has an upbeat feel to him. So I mean, he's just it could be that coaching mentality that just turns this team around, because I mean they're looking good. That's my pick, though.
All right, Tanner, who's your pick?
My pick was Buffalo Sabres, too.
So who's your other pick?
Oh, shit. Now I got to look at things. Colorado. Colorado's doing good. They're so good. Like, fucking McKinnon's just so good to watch. He's so fucking awesome.
Yeah. But he's underrated. Cale Makar, what does he have, 10 assists or something like that already?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
He's having a good year, start off the year. I mean, Nazem Kadri's looking good for them as their second line center, even though now he's moving up to the first line with McKinnon.
Now they were one of the last undefeated teams this year too.
They were the last one. But now Rantanen's out and Landeskog too. So we'll see how they do.
I mean, let's get some boys moving up. Like, still got a decently depth team that you got there. Yeah,
I mean they're solid. Their D is really good. They've got plenty on the offense. Burakovsky's looking good from Washington. They got somebody else. Jonas Donskoy. Yeah. So he's looking solid too. I think it's gonna be Kadri, him, and McKinnon on that top line. So while Rantanen and Landeskog are out, see how that goes.
That's not too shabby.
I can't wait for them to make the playoffs and Kadri to get suspended.
Well, they're not gonna be playing Boston right away, so it'll be like
Maybe in the final.
That'd be Colorado Boston final. And then
oh my god, that would be
Kaji's like,
hilarious.
I'll just take the suspension. I'm
he's
not
just
gonna go
he's
out.
like
Joe,
shaking. He's shaking.
Joe, just sit me. Joe, I want to lift the cup. I want to be on the bench. Just sit me.
Oh my god.
No, that's a good pick though.
His eyes start twitching a little bit.
Yeah. Hey, and we're playing Boston. Fuck.
Oh fuck! I hope Boston doesn't make it.
Yeah, fuck them.
What about you,
also,
Jarom?
I realized what the finals are actually going to be. So it's going to be Carolina versus Colorado because one of Nazem Kadri or Jake Gardner is going to win the cup and follow in the footsteps of Phil Kessel and Tyler Bozak after leaving Toronto, winning the cup at their first year back.
Yeah, that's not gonna be fun to watch.
Well, my pick was the Carolina Hurricanes.
You're welcome.
They're like, well, let me pull it up here again. They are 8-3-1, I believe, right now. They're on a nice little 2-game win streak. They brought the Storm Surge back, which was probably fucking the best one the other night.
Oh my god, trick or treating.
Oh my god, was it Dougie Hamilton?
Yeah,
No,
Dougie.
yeah, and he just like turns. He's like, oh
Yeah,
my God.
yeah. They tweeted out a GIF of it, and they were like, when you get a king size candy bar.
Yeah,
Oh, was he the one getting candy?
yeah.
Because it wasn't it.
Jake Gardner was one of them.
Jake Gardner's the other one, and then Joel Edmondson. So the new guys.
Edmondson, yeah.
The new guys that they brought in, and then they're like, "Yeah, we're all about the Storm Surge."
Yeah.
Fucking handy candy out.
But
that's
yeah,
hilarious.
I mean, everybody was kind of, and I think even we were kind of saying that like, what they did last year, didn't think they were really going to be able to like, keep that going. And right now, man, they're fucking looking great.
Got the bod.
Mrazek is fucking 6-1. He's looking good. James Reimer's not looking too bad when he's got to come in and play. You got Dougie Hamilton leading the way with 13 points. Shevnikov, 12
Svechnikov.
Oh, Svechnikov got the lacrosse style goal too.
Yeah.
Finally,
lacrosse.
it happened. Finally.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
And
that's sick.
it was everybody on that team. It's just like even their best guy right now, Aho. He's only got 6 points, but it's like it's almost next man up, like type of situation with them. And I really think, man, if they can,
Nito Niederreiter's been good from when they got him from Minnesota, and Holla. He's having a good start to the year too.
7 goals, 2 assists with him.
He's lighting the lamp.
Dzingle's not looking too bad. 3 goals, 5 assists. They just have they don't have the best pieces.
They're
don't have,
kind
a
of
superstar, but
they have the right
strong
pieces.
players.
They're kind of like a Vegas their first year, where it was just kind of
thrown together,
and it just meshed very well together, and they all just played hard for each other, and that's what's going on. Can I just have a notable just miss on our Vancouver?
Yeah, Vancouver.
Yeah,
Vancouver's looking pretty good. Elias Patterson, man, kid's unreal.
Yeah, he's good. He's not too bad. I mean, if we're really talking about just good teams, obviously Boston, but nobody wants to talk about Boston too.
It's not like a surprise.
Yeah. Well, are we doing surprise team of the month?
Well, we could do that if you want, or we can just talk about surprise in general. But I'm looking at the list. You're the only one, Tanner, that took a team that was expected to be good.
That wasn't, or was?
Yeah, that was. Edmonton, Sabres, and the Canes. I don't think any of us expected those guys to be good.
Yeah, Colorado was fucking good though.
I didn't think they would come out to that hot of a start though.
No. Let's do quick. You want to do player, or do you want to talk about some surprises?
Let's do player. Is it going to be a surprise player, or is it just who do you think has been doing fucking really good for this month?
Who's been doing really good this month? Poets took John Carlson.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Fucking 23 points. Are you kidding me? There's been 2 other defensemen in the history to have 23 over 20 points in the first month, in October, and it was Lidstrom and I don't even remember who it was, but it was just
was it Paul Coffey or something?
I don't even remember.
I feel like it was
probably.
It feels like every time I get an update on my phone of whatever team I'm following on there and they're playing Washington, it's John Carlson scores. assisted by John Carlson. I was like, I get updates for the Maple Leafs game, and then it's like Carlson scores, assisted by Carlson, assisted by Carlson. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, in that Leafs game too, the first 2 goals, it was John Carlson from Alex Ovechkin and Nick Backstrom. John Carlson from Alex Ovechkin, Nick Backstrom, and I was like, what the fuck? I was actually watching it the other day, and Roy was there, and he's like, hey. Remember when Tanner chirped me for picking up John Carlson too early? I was like, no, that was me. He was like, yeah, suck it. And I was like, damn it.
Yes, that's fucking good.
Tanner, I'll let you pick the player first this time.
I'll take my guy.
I don't know. I'm tied between like 2, or like I guess not really tied because the other one's a surprise, but this one's like just David Pastrnak. He's fucking.
That's what I was gonna say.
Really?
Yeah,
dude, Pasternak's sick. Like
I know.
If you get to watch him play, he just literally does whatever he wants on the ice.
He had 5 apples the other day.
And he had 4 goals the other day too. Like earlier in the month. Like
he's 24 points, not a big target. 12 for 12 guy. You love those guys.
I love those guys. You know, they contribute both with their shot and with their pass.
Yeah, I mean, he's just been fucking lighting it up.
Yeah. He fucking got a hat trick the other, like that one game and the hat trick goal was like he went between his own legs and then squeezed it through the goalie. Like,
yeah, against the Leafs. Yeah, we get it.
Yeah, it was. and then he did the goal symbol too. He just like did the ref, like pointed at the net. He's like, that's it. It's fucking so good.
Who are you taking, Nolly?
I mean, I gotta go with Draisaitl. The guy's just fucking 25 points in 14 games on that dog shit team. Like, are you kidding me? Together, him and McDavid have 48 points already.
That's stupid.
It's stupid. Like, these 2 guys are literally so good that they're making this team look good.
Yeah. Yeah, they're
everybody when he signed that contract, and everybody's like, that's a bad contract. And then he just put up over 100 points, had 50 goals last year, and he's already got 25 this year.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, not looking too bad now.
No, looking like a steal.
Yeah.
I fucking
Jarom?
I hate this. The top 6 point getters in the NHL right now are on 3 teams.
I know, it's stupid. It's so stupid. And the only reason it's 3 teams is because Ovi.
Yeah.
Oh, and Carlson, yeah.
I'm going to go with Ovechkin.
11 goals already.
11 goals already. I mean, he is what I was looking at it the other day. Like, he's
Austin Matthews has 11.
I know. I was torn between Ovechkin and
so is James Neal.
Yeah.
Yeah, James Neal. He's
those
three.
Those are the 3 I was trying to pick between those 3. But Ovechkin, man, he needs like 40 more goals this year to hit 700. I think.
Really?
Less. I think he's over
less
40 more now, or he needed 40.
I think he needs 40 as of now.
Oh, okay. That's possible.
He's got 669, so he needs 31.
31. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he's fucking easy. Boom.
Yeah.
Dude, there is no way he doesn't catch Gretzky. There's no way.
You know what's insane? Just thinking about that too, because I had just seen that. Was it Kopitar? No, I saw something online. I thought it was Kopitar that just reached 900 points or something like that.
Kopitar? I don't think he reached 900.
I forgot. I saw it on Instagram, but Ovechkin's almost at 700 goals, and there was just this other player, and I was like, he's like just not getting to 900 points. I was like, what the fuck?
I think it was Kopitar.
Yeah, right? Wasn't it?
I think so.
He has 900? I'm trying to look
900 points.
Oh, points.
Yeah,
he had 901.
Points.
Yeah. 901. Yeah.
Okay.
And 1,016 games. Low-key 1,000 game guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
All right, let's talk about some surprises.
James Neal.
Yeah.
Like, I knew he was going to have a bounce back here, but holy shit. Fucking 11 goals already.
I was going to say he could maybe get to 20, but he's at 11 already. Like, that's almost money right now. Does
anybody remember the details of that trade? It was like, if he has more than 10 or 10 more goals than Lucic, then they have to give up a pick.
Yeah.
Oh, there goes your pick. Like,
all day.
Jesus Christ.
And Lucic is just like, yeah, well, I'm leading the team in PIMS. So
do you think Ken Holland, like, as soon as he scored that 10th goal, he's just like, oh shit, you didn't do that?
I think I'd be more than happy to fucking Well, watch Lucic come out of nowhere and put up like fucking 14 or.
Oh yeah.
It's not happening.
Not gonna happen.
Not gonna happen.
When was the last time Lucic scored a goal?
I mean, surprising fucking Tampa.
Yeah.
Also, it's surprising.
Everybody in Tampa.
It's surprising, but at the same time, it's not. Like, I feel it's like the year after the Sharks got knocked out by the Kings after they were up 3-0 on LA, and LA came back and won 4 straight. The next year, they missed the playoffs. They ripped Joe Thornton of the sea. Like, they just had a complete meltdown in the locker room, and I feel like that's what this is right now. Because I mean,
that Columbus just mind fucked them.
Yeah, I really do, because they literally were arguably one of the greatest teams of all time point wise. They tied the greatest team of all time point wise, and they get swept by the 8th seed team and nobody saw that coming. Like, that shouldn't have happened. Like, it's just they were money to win the cup. They were money to fucking win that series. And not only that, but they were up 3-0 in game 1.
Yep.
And they blew it. They were up 3-0 in the first period.
Yes. I
remember somebody texted us.
Yeah,
somebody texted us.
Show them some mercy.
Yeah. And they did. And they gave too much mercy.
Yep.
I don't know. Like, if they don't make the playoffs this year, I am not going to be surprised. Truthfully, I am not.
It's crazy because it's
Then
basically
watch
the
out
same
the year-
team.
The
It's
year
basically
after
the same
that,
team.
yeah, but you remember they lost Stamkos and the whole team fell apart and they missed the playoffs. I mean,
they don't have JT Miller anymore, and that's about it.
yeah. The one thing I don't like, though, I like John Cooper. I think he's a really good coach. Obviously, he's too mellow. He's too laid back. He doesn't try and get the team going like this. The comments that he was making during the playoffs when they were down 3-0, like, it didn't make sense.
Guy.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like, are you kidding? You're down 3-0 right now. Like, you're literally the joke of the league. Like, you're worse than Edmonton right now. Like, I don't know.
So bad.
So, yeah, Tampa's surprising me. Also, a little bit of New Jersey, but also not a lot of New Jersey is surprising me.
Do you see Taylor Hall's comments?
No. Trade me right fucking now.
Oh,
he was basically calling out like the fans because they're like, we're 1-2 or 1-3 on the power play, and our fans are booing us in a tied game. Like,
they've been losing every fucking game. They've been up and giving up leads and just fucking losing. Like, they were supposed to, like, everybody was like, oh man, like, they look so much better. Like, they brought in PK Subban. They fucking got Jack Hughes. They brought in Nikita Gusev.
Yeah.
Like, you're like thinking that they're going to be like this solid fucking team. And then they're like, they start winning games and then they fucking lose. Like, bad. Like,
they look like what everybody expected them to be, and then they just fall apart.
Yeah. I was gonna say also for a surprise player, Robin Lehner, just so good.
Yeah. I almost took him as like my player of the month just because he's fucking just doing
easily could have been. I mean, fucking Pecorine too could have been player of the month, man. Yeah. He's fucking unreal right now.
He just had 2 shutouts in a row.
I know. Also, I think he's 7 no.
Actually, talking about like Predators. So Nick Bonino had the hat trick, and then the Predators are playing right now, and he scored the first goal of that game. So he just scored 4 in a row for Nashville.
I know. I'm watching the game.
Jesus.
Yeah.
The Ducks are surprised too.
Yeah.
Kind of sitting in that playoff spot.
No, the Ducks.
Oh, the Ducks.
Yeah.
I think said the Canucks. Sorry.
No.
They're playing a more team game right now, and they have fucking John Gibson, one of the best goalies in the league, honestly. I don't know if that's going to stay,
I don't think
though,
it's gonna last,
honestly.
Well, they just actually got a bunch of injuries, didn't they?
I don't know.
I feel like I just saw that, like,
how about
Lindholm's hurt and, like,
yeah.
Oh, man, I don't know. I got to.
Dallas.
Dallas is a surprise.
Dallas is very surprising. I mean, fuck, everybody's picking them. They were picking them to win the Central this year.
Yeah. They were just, man, looking bad.
I'm not very surprised, but San Jose.
I'm not surprised either.
I'm not. They put way too much money into Carlson and Burns. That goaltending's not great. Their defense is trash. When you have Carlson and Burns, like, you can have one of them. You cannot have both. No. It doesn't work. And losing Pavelski's huge, man.
Yeah, losing Pavelski, losing Donskoy. They brought back Marlowe, and he scored fucking right away, of course, against the
sparked them a
Blackhawks.
little bit. Yeah, he sparked them a little bit. Evander Kane was suspended. He came back and sparked them a little bit. But, man,
Marty Jones isn't a fucking good goalie. Like,
no.
Are you surprised that Toronto's not doing better?
I'm not worried about them, honestly. Like, I don't. So here's the thing. They had 4 back-to-backs in the month of October.
Jesus.
Yeah. And Babcock said we play Freddie on the first of every half back-to-back to guarantee the first 2 points, and then we put Hutchinson in the second half of those back-to-backs. Well, they played fucking Columbus in the first of a back-to-back against Boston. They lost in overtime, only got 1 point, and then they got smoked by Boston because Hutchinson's in fucking net, which he actually didn't play that bad, but the rest of the team was fucking gassed. And when you have Hutchinson instead of Freddie Anderson in net, it's not going to end well. They played Montreal. They played Montreal in the second of a back-to-back on Hockey Night in Canada Saturday nights twice already, and they've gotten smoked both times because Hutchinson net and Hockey Night in Canada. Are you fucking kidding me? You want to guarantee 2 points on the first half of the back-to-back by throwing Freddie in when you're playing a team like Boston on the second half, when you know they're a good team and you're playing them in Boston and you just beat them 2 games before and they've had the 4 days off since then, and you're not going to play your better goalie in that game? Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. Stupid.
Yeah. I don't know.
Are you on team Fire Babcock?
I don't know. I don't know. So it's a mix of yes and no. He does so many frustrating things. Yeah, I am. He pisses me off. He does so many stupid fucking things, man. It just pisses me off. He just does dumb thing after dumb thing, and it's just like, well, this is the way. This is good old hockey boy. You know, this is the way it should be playing. This is the way it should be coached, and that's it. And it's like, no, are you fucking stupid? Like, it's just dumb, and you can tell the players don't like him. They just don't. They don't listen to him. They don't like him. I mean, fucking Matthews didn't even come up to him and tell him about what happened over the summer, but he told Patrick Marleau right away. Like, that's a sign of him not trusting his coach or wanting
trust his dad.
Yeah.
Well, his dad. Ugh, that's gross. I don't know. It's just I'm not worried. They'll be in the playoffs. And after what Ovi said and the way Matthews carried himself in that game against them, putting up 3 points and playing two-way hockey more than any other game he has, and the way like Freddie Gauthier stood up for somebody that got hit for the first time in I don't know how long that a Leaf stood up for somebody. I'm not worried. The players they'll get going again. It's just they don't like Babcock. And I mean, even in Detroit, when he left, they were like, "You guys aren't going to like him." Like, the players here did not like him. He's not a player's coach. He does whatever he wants and thinks he's the gift from fucking heaven.
He's a big
everything
guy.
Every first round exit guy.
Yeah, every post game interview. Well, the boys did this. The boys did that. He does not take any ownership for himself. He does not. He is not about that at all. It's always everybody else's fault.
All right. Well,
sorry.
No, it's fine. You guys got anything else?
Any predictions for the next month?
Blackhawks are winning every single game. And
any realistic predictions? Blackhawks lose every single game.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
McDavid reaches 50 points before the end of November.
Hey, that's not bad. Or Draisaitl. Who gets to it first?
McDavid.
You think so?
Yeah.
Draisaitl's leading, right?
I don't know.
They hit 100 points, combined points by the end of November.
Yeah.
That's possible. Can you fucking imagine that?
But it's 100% going to happen. What about one team you think is going to fall out of a playoff spot and one team you think is going to jump in from each conference?
Hold on, I got to see who's on what right now. Me as second.
I'm going to say Florida is going to fall out in the East. And Montreal is going to jump up. And
yeah, I was going to say Montreal's going to jump up.
Anaheim in the West. You know what? I'll say Dallas will jump up.
Calgary's got to jump up. I'll take Calgary and Tampa Bay, the former first like number 1 seeds. They got to make it back to the playoffs.
I'm gonna say Edmonton's gonna drop out.
Edmonton, wow.
That's actually.
I mean, it's not bad. Yeah, it's just
this is the thing that's completely possible too. Both McDavid and Draisaitl get over 100
and they
points
fall
combined,
out of a playoff
and
spot.
they fall out of a playoff spot.
I think Edmonton's going to drop off. I think Calgary's going to jump in.
Full Edmonton form.
Yeah,
it would be
and
unreal.
Then in the West or the East, I think. Ooh, fuck!
How is Philly not in a playoff spot? Like,
Islanders have won 7 in a row. Holy fuck!
Yeah, they're fucking wheeling right now. Matty Barzal, man, kid's feeling it now that he's had a year away from Tavares. He's fucking feeling it.
He's good.
I think Montreal's going to jump in, and fuck. I think Toronto might fall off.
I just hope that the Hawks get.
But it's like
points.
I think
just get more points, please. That's all I want.
I think if Toronto falls off, it's going to be like one of those it's like a battle for that last wild card spot, and they're not going to be like out kind of thing. They'll just outside look at him because the month happens to end when they're on the outside.
I think the best thing that could happen to Toronto is if they end up in a wild card spot.
Yeah.
Not if fucking Boston ends up in first.
No, because if they end up in the 7th spot, then they can just play like Washington instead. And
the
just bring it back
7th spot, hopefully, yeah.
Bring it back to like 3 years ago when they first played them. And
yeah, get over that hump finally of beating Washington.
Yeah, there you go. Then you can beat Boston in the fucking Eastern Conference Finals. And then, I don't know.
I don't know.
Well, up on American Thanksgiving, so a lot.
I was just gonna say
that'll be able determined.
What is it, like 75% of teams in the playoffs at Thanksgiving or in the playoffs at the end of the year?
Yeah, I think so.
But I think that's
ridiculously high.
Yeah, I think that might change now, though, man. There's a lot of fucking snaky teams and a lot of teams that aren't doing as good as you thought. A lot of teams are doing better than you thought. So
it's like besides the bottom 3 teams of each conference, I feel like everybody.
Wait, the Hawks are in the bottom.
Shut up.
All right, well, on that note.
Hey, to be fair, the Hawks have only played 11 games.
Mm-hmm.
Least in the West. That's the least in the West.
Yeah, and they had most of their games at home, and look how well they're doing.
Well,
maybe they're a road team.
They're 0-3 on the road.
We got to just end this before we keep digging ourselves even deeper with the Hawks.
You know what? Maybe because they were so distracted with baseball. Like, now that it's over.
Yeah, huge Nats fans, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, they just didn't want to compete with playoff
They're
baseball.
actually watching the replay of the 2016 Cubs World Series, so they're like, wow, this could really happen, right?
Is it October yet? Oh, it's over. All right, cool.
Oh, shit.
All right, so that was episode 79, a.k.a. Scary Stats.
Scary Stats.
Scary Stats.
Spooky.
For Nolly, Tanner, Poetzy's Ghost. Poetz isn't dead, though. He just...
The ghost of Poetz.
Yeah. And Jarom, thanks for checking us out, and we will see you on the next one.
Okay, love you. Bye.
Follow the boys on Twitter at WCBPodcast, on Instagram at WCBPodcast, and like them on Facebook, the Windy City Benders Podcast.